Wonderful.
And
That's
I believe
great.
that learning is a lifelong process.
Right, right. Of
Thank you,
course,
ma'am.
I
Thank you.
completely agree with you that learning is something which should never stop, right? And we may
Yes.
learn from another individual, or a situation may help us learn something. There are so many ways of learning something new and different. What do we call that situation when we are without water, or when there is less amount of water? Could you try guessing what that word is? Uh, can you give me three common activities in which water gets wasted? You feel that a lot of water is being consumed when it is not necessary.
And prevention is better than cure. So prevent can.
Yes, correct. You're absolutely right. So, what is this called? What you just shared with me, prevention is better than cure. It is called as something. It begins with the letter I. It comes under a particular category, if you can guess. All right. So, considering we are meeting for the first time, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, ma'am. I am Shweta. I am speaking from West Bengal. Originally, I am from Jharkhand. I hold Bachelor of Science degree, and I have a strong typing skill, both Hindi and English. And I am in the journey of
Wow.
learning English, and I am sharing my journey on my YouTube channel named Improve English
Okay.
with Shweta with 1.9K subscribers.
Wonderful.
And
That's
I believe
great.
that learning is a lifelong process.
Right, right. Of
Thank you,
course.
ma'am.
I
Thank you.
completely agree with you that learning is something which should never stop, right? And we may
Yes.
learn from another individual, or a situation may help us learn something. There are so many ways of learning something new and different,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Okay. Okay, great. Wonderful. What else do you like to do in your free time, or any other hobbies or interests that you have?
Yes, I have so many hobbies. Like I love singing, playing badminton, carom, driving my scooty. So all these are my
Mhm.
hobbies.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Reading,
That's
yes.
okay. All right. That's good. So you are filled with enthusiasm, and I really appreciate your
Mm.
spirit that you have interest in doing so many things. So I think that is what glows on your face, and it shows.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for
Okay.
appreciating
So,
me. When people
yes.
appreciate you, then it feels like we are worthful, or we feel happy inside.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And considering you are so much you are this kind of a person who's radiating such good energy, so it must be appreciated.
Now it's your turn to introduce yourself, ma'am,
Yes, I will definitely.
because it's
So
our
my name
first.
is Meg.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. I think your voice is lagging, or maybe one of our videos seems to be lagging.
Yes,
So
yes.
which is why.
Could you connect again, ma'am?
Sure, I'll try rejoining again.
So let's.
My name is Meghna
Hmm.
Manjunath, and I hail from city called Mysore, which is in Karnataka.
Wow. Hmm. That's great.
All
Mysore
right.
is a very
Yes.
lovely place to visit.
Yes, a lot of people tell me this, and it's a very peaceful city, and you do feel close to nature in a lot of areas, and that is something I enjoy doing the most, spending time within nature. I think it makes me extremely happy. I hope I'm audible to you.
Yes, 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 perfectly
Yes?
audible. Please
Okay.
continue, ma'am.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, so today's topic is interesting. It is about water,
I
right?
uh,
Water
yes,
wonders.
ma'am. I want to know more about you.
Okay, you would want to know more about me? Okay.
Yes, yes, because
So
it's
what
our first
you
conversation.
all right. So what would you like to know about me?
Like your how you become English trainer and whatever your education, all things I
Okay.
want to know.
Okay, sure. All right. So I have done my graduation and masters in journalism and communication. My
Okay.
interest in English goes back to my schooling days when I used to enjoy the subject, and somehow, I mean, I would say I was fortunate enough to get some wonderful English teachers who used to guide me. And because my interest lied in this subject and it seemed easier for me, I used to score well in English. And generally, when
Okay.
it came to communicating with people, I seemed comfortable. I would not say I was perfect, I was not perfect. I used to make mistakes when I used to speak, especially in conversational English. But I had people who used to guide me or would correct me then and there, right? So initially, I did have hesitation that, okay, I'm making a mistake and the spotlight seems to be on me. But I started taking it in the right spirit. And with that, I decided that I want to improve upon it, right? And I started, once I graduated, I completed my master's. Initially, I worked in a corporate firm. And after working for a couple of years, I realized my passion lies in teaching and specifically teaching English. So I started teaching children and then I slowly transitioned to teaching for adults. So that is about my journey.
Okay. Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Great, ma'am. Great.
Yes. Thank you so much. Right.
Hmm.
So, would you want to go ahead with the topic now that has been assigned for the session?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. All right. Great. So, it is about water, right? So, we're going to do a small activity. You can head to the second page
Okay.
of the session notes and you will see there are two
Okay.
images. If you can take a look at
Mm-hmm.
it and tell me
Mm-hmm.
what do you observe, right? Or what is the difference that you see?
Okay. One is with water and other is without water. How our earth and
Okay.
nature would
Hmm.
look like without water and with water. So,
Okay. So, what do we call that situation when we are without water or when there is less amount of water? Could you try guessing what that word is? It starts with the letter S.
dehydration. S.
No. Dehydration is in terms of our body, right? So
Body.
you would
Yes,
say,
yes,
I
yes.
feel dehydrated. That's because we wouldn't have had a lot of water. And when we feel low in energy, right, that is when we say dehydration. I feel dehydrated, right? So this word begins with
Mm-hmm.
the letter S and the
Mm-hmm.
second letter is C. C.
S.
Scarcity.
C.
Are you familiar with this
Scarcity.
term? Scarcity. Scare?
Scarcity.
Yes,
Scarcity of what?
scarcity.
Okay.
Yes,
My
that's the
pronunciation is different,
pronunciation.
but I am familiar with this word. Scarcity.
Yes, yes, correct. Now you have got the pronunciation correct. So it's scarcity of water, right? So
Water.
when there is a little amount of water and it limits our usage, that is when we say there is
Hmm.
scarcity of water, right?
Scarcity. You're
Okay,
right.
right. And what else do you see? When do you think we will move from image one to image two? When do you think that would happen, according to you?
When we misuse water, then this situation arise.
Arises.
We
Can we say
don't
that?
conserve water.
Arises.
Yes,
Hmm.
arises.
Correct. Yes, correct. You're absolutely right. When we don't conserve water and we start misusing it, right? Then it is
Yes.
understood that we will reach this point, right? Okay. So
Mhm.
there is another word when there is no rainfall, right? So there is a term for it. And when there would be no water, could you try and guess what that word is? It starts with the letter D and the next letter is R.
Desert.
No,
Uh,
desert
the
is a type of
Okay.
landscape, we could say,
Dry.
right?
Okay.
Okay, okay,
Dry.
dry, but uh, okay, but there's another word. So I will tell you how many letters does it have. So it has 7 letters.
Mm,
7 letters. Drought.
I
Have
couldn't
you
guess
heard the
now.
term drought?
Drought. Drought. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
drought.
Uh, yes,
Yes,
drought.
yes. When there is lack of
Drought.
rain, correct, you're absolutely right. When there is lack of
Mm,
rainfall, that is called as drought. Okay,
Drought.
so we could also land up in this situation because there could be drought, right?
Mm.
Yes, okay. So, can you give me 3 common activities in which water gets wasted? You feel that a lot of water is being consumed when it is not necessary.
Yes. First thing, when we take long shower,
Hmm.
we unnecessarily take like 10 minutes more than that. And second thing, when we in our day to day life we use motor to make water with in a tank, and sometimes we forget that motor is on, and opening we forget, we open tap and there
Hmm.
is some leakage
Hmm.
from that tap. So in this way also water can also be
Water can
misused.
get wasted. Can we say that? Water gets wasted.
Get Can get wasted.
Yes, correct. You're absolutely right. Okay. Yes, we tend to take longer hours of shower, right? And we may not realize the amount of water that we would have used. So, that is one such activity where we can reduce the usage of water, right? So, tell me, are there any ways in which you are trying to conserve water at your home, or have anybody suggested you any simple methods of reusing water or conserving it?
For conserving water, I sometimes I store rainwater for planting trees, and I use home appliances. We can use that appliances with very less water, like washing machine and aquaguard. So we can use with very less water.
Hmm. Okay. So you mean to say that there is an option, uh, for example, in washing machine, there is an option how much water would we like to use? We can change the setting. Is
Yes,
that what you mean?
yes, 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 yes,
Right? Yes. So we can say we have the option of
yes.
changing the setting in the washing machine, right? Yes. And in AquaGuard, how do you think we are able to use less water?
Actually, there is some wastage water. It flow after
Hmm.
filtration of water. Some water is
Hmm.
leaking, so we can use
Hmm.
that water for in other use. So in this way, we can
Hmm.
use we can reuse that water.
Hmm. Yes, correct. You're absolutely right. So the water which is supposed to be thrown away, instead of just throwing it away, we could use it for planting, for watering our plants, right? We could use it for that, or even for
Yes,
cleaning purposes. We can use it, right?
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
great. Wonderful. So now let's begin. Water pollution take place, or and what do you think about this?
Yes, definitely, water pollution occurred, and we need to be careful. The situation in Delhi city situation is so worst, and
Hmm.
both for air and water situation. So it's very
Hmm.
harmful to live a good life.
Hmm. Correct, absolutely. That's because our dependence on water is so much that we need to start taking precautions, right? So,
Yes, yes,
considering we cannot live without water, it is important that we take necessary action so that we don't pollute water any longer, right? Okay,
absolutely
great,
correct. And water is the
wonderful.
foundation of all animals.
Yes, correct. You're so right. Okay. So now we'll do another small activity where I'll be giving you three words related to the topic. Okay. And you will be framing a simple sentence for them. They need not be related to each other, but three simple sentences for the three words that I would share with you. Okay. So the
Okay,
first word, I'm adding it in the chat box. If you can read it, please.
okay, okay. Prevent.
Hmm.
Is
Okay.
it prevent?
So yes, you're absolutely right. It's prevent.
Okay. Prevent means stop,
Yes.
or um,
Yes. Hmm.
we
You're
must
absolutely
prevent
correct.
water pollution.
Hmm. Okay. Fair enough. That's a good sentence. Maybe you can add a bit more details to it, right? We must prevent water pollution, and you could add details by doing dash dash dash, we could say, right?
By not
We could,
throwing dumps, in water bodies.
by not throwing
Throwing,
waste in
yeah,
the water bodies,
in the bodies.
right? Yes. Throw and dump cannot be used next to each other because they have the same meaning, right? So
Okay.
you can say dumping
Or
waste must be avoided. Yes.
okay, and prevention is better than cure. So prevent can.
Yes, correct. You're absolutely right. So, what is this called? What you just shared with me, prevention is better than cure. It is called as something. It begins with the letter I. It comes under a particular
Uh,
category, if you can guess.
so I couldn't get what you are asking, ma'am.
Okay, what I'm asking is you just shared with me
Mm.
that prevention is better than cure, right? So, it comes under
Yes,
a
yes, yes.
particular category. What is it called?
Okay,
Can you
proverb,
guess? Okay.
proverb
Okay.
or phrase,
Fair enough.
idioms. Is
Yeah.
it idiom?
Yes. Correct. You're absolutely right. Idioms. Right? Excellent.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes. Prevention is better than cure. Nice. All right.